Hi everyone, welcome to a 20-minute yoga-inspired stretch class led by me, Korrie. This session is ideal for those who have some yoga experience and is intended to loosen the entire body. Let's get started. Coming into a comfortable seated position, allow your eyes to soften. Start by getting any wiggles out of the body, move as you most desire, and then finding stillness. Take a breath in, draw the shoulders up towards the ears, exhale, release them low. Again, inhale, draw the shoulders high, exhale, soften them down the back. And one more time, inhale, squeeze the shoulders towards the ears, exhale, let them soften. With a long spine here, start to breathe in exclusively through the nose and exhale that same way. This nose breathing will stay with us for the duration of today's time together. Expanding further with every breath that comes, see where your lungs can expand. Inhaling, fill up, pause at the top, and then slowly breathing out that same way, release the breath. Focusing on that slow breath still coming and going, start to wiggle in the toes and fingers. Notice how it possibly shifts. Wiggle a little bit more, get the shakes out, continue to breathe in and out through the nose. With your next inhale, sweep the arms high towards the ceiling. As you exhale, palms come to heart center as eyelids flutter open. We'll start to move here through a variation of Sofie Circles. As you next exhale, draw the chest down to the right thigh, scoop it across to the left. Inhale, sit up tall. Again, exhale, draw the chest towards the left thigh, scoop it across to the right, sit up tall. Exhale, lower the chest to the right thigh, scoop it across to the left, sit up tall. And again, lower down towards the left, keep the spine long, breathe out. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Again, take a great big exhale, swoop your chest over towards the left, inhale, sit up tall. And again, breathing out, down towards the left, over to the right. Lengthen the spine, come up to a seated position. Transitioning to your tabletop next. Hands come to the mat, wrists below shoulders, knees under your hips. Allow your body to freely move here, doing whatever feels best. And then moving through our cats and cows. Inhale, drop the navel, gaze high. Exhale, curve in the spine, tuck the chin in. Again, inhaling, dip the navel low, chin tilts up. Exhale, round the spine high, tuck the chin to the chest. Coming back to tabletop, right hand underneath your nose. Inhale the left arm towards the ceiling. Weave the left arm underneath, dropping your left shoulder to the mat, your left ear lowers too. Option to twist here, bringing the right hand to the small of your back. Staying here with deep intentional breath. Allow the weight of the upper body to soften you into the left side. Looking for a gentle stretch in the shoulder. Every exhale breath allows you to soften a bit further. With your next inhale, transition back to your tabletop. And again, take a few more cats and cows if it feels good for you. Breath is still strong, moving in ways that serve your body today. Returning to our still tabletop position, this time keep the left hand on the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches high and then weaves underneath. The right shoulder lands on the mat, your right ear comes to touch as well. Option to twist, the left hand comes to the small of the back. Perhaps your eyes are closed, and you simply breathe in and out. Again, looking for a sensation of a stretch in the left shoulder. Feel free to adjust if you just don't quite have that feeling in the body. And then with your next inhale, returning to your tabletop position. Take any movements to rebound here. And then keeping the hips on top of the knees, we'll start to lower into puppy dog pose. Drawing the arms long out ahead of you, rib cage starts to melt closer to the thighs. Toes here can be tucked or untucked, do what feels best for you. Maybe your chin or forehead land on the mat, looking for a stretch in the space around the shoulder blades. Feel your inhales open you up, especially on the sides, and your exhales allow a little bit more depth into this posture. At any time your mind starts to wander, bring it back to this breath. Focus on the sensations. With your next inhale, untuck your toes and then shift your glutes so that you're sitting. Inhale, reach the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reach up nice and tall. As you breathe out, send the right arm forward, left arm back, tap the ground, look behind you. Inhale, reach the arms high. Left hand forward, right hand behind you, tap the floor, gaze behind you. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back, twist from the torso. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, tap the ground, twist. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shifting forward again into your tabletop position, and then rebounding, moving in ways that feel good. With your next inhale, the right leg extends long behind you. Start to make semicircles, lubricating into the right joint, point and flex in the foot. Your next exhale, step the right foot through all the way. Exhale, shift the hips backwards. Inhale, bend in the knee, hinge forwards. Again, exhale, straighten the right leg, hinge back. Inhale, shift forward, bend the right knee. Again, exhale, shift back, straighten the right leg. Inhale, shift forward, right knee bends. Left hand stays on the earth, right arm and gaze to the ceiling, twist. Exhale, the right hand comes down, this time inside the right foot, coming into your variation of dragon pose. The left leg is long, toes are untucked. If it's too deep to be on your forearms, stay up on your hands. Feel the stretch in the right hip. As you exhale, maybe the body starts to sink closer to the earth. Still taking your time with those slow, intentional breaths. With your next inhale, start to lift up onto your hands, send the right leg back to tabletop, and then listen to what your body needs, shifting, coming out of this pose. Inhaling, the left foot extends behind you and starts to prepare for the same sensations the right has already had. Rounded in circles, and then when you're ready, step the left foot through. Finding an exhale to shift the hips backwards, the left leg straightens. Inhale, hinge forward, bend in the left knee. Again, exhale, shift the hips backwards, straighten the left leg. Inhale, come forward, bend deeply, shift the hips ahead. Exhale, come backwards, straighten the left leg. And finally, inhale, come forwards, bend the left knee. Left arm and gaze to the ceiling, and then left arm comes down inside the left ankle, dragon pose. Extending the right leg a little bit further back, maybe you come onto your forearms, or perhaps you stay high, looking for that sensation in the left hip. Really utilizing the exhale breaths to soften any muscle that is tensing in the body. Perhaps your eyes close and you draw your attention inwards. With your next inhale, lift up onto your hands, send the left leg back, tabletop position. Take the movements that feel good. Coming into child's pose when you're ready, spread the knees a little wider, toes come to touch, glutes melt to heels, and chest lands towards the earth. You can make this posture soft, putting more weight into the upper body, or with every exhale, get heavier in your glutes and more weight to the lower side. Getting a deeper stretch in the back. Fill up completely as you breathe in, your lungs expand into your thighs. As you exhale, you sink deeper. Your next inhale breath will lift you out of your child's pose, returning to your tabletop just to transition, coming to a seat with legs out in front of you, staff pose. Root your sit bones. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Pause just for a moment before we inhale. Sit up tall once again. Reach all the way up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come all the way back down, reach to the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Pause, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hinge forward, come down. Again, inhale, reach nice and tall. Really focus on that bend in the hips as you exhale, come all the way down. And then perhaps this time you stay. If your body would rather keep moving, listen to your breath. Otherwise, staying low in this forward fold position, look for comfort, look for depth through every exhale. Notice if you're straining or pulling, soften anywhere possible. Use those intentional inhales to really fill up, and that space that's created as you breathe out, it will allow you to soften down. Of course, with a little bit of help from gravity. Feeling this in the lower back, maybe your hamstrings, not too much longer here. Just one more full exhale. An inhale brings you up, tall in your spine, and then bending in your knees, the soles of your feet come down to the mat, and you allow the knees to sway from right to left like windshield wipers. As you inhale, they come up to center. As you exhale, they go down to one side. And then inhaling, straightening the right leg. Left knee stays bent, left sole of your foot is inside the right thigh. Inhale, reach all the way up, twist towards the bent leg, and then catch your right arm on the left thigh. Every inhale lengthens your spine. Every exhale gives you space to rotate just a bit further. Perhaps you begin to gaze over the left shoulder. Not forcing this twist, rather just inviting a bit more depth with every breath that goes. With your next inhale, uncoiling, coming back to center, dropping the left knee down to the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up, twist your torso to the left bent knee, reach the right hand to the right foot, and then sweep the left arm overhead. Feel a stretch in the left side body. Keep your sit bones rooted. Exhale to go deeper. Inhale to sit all the way up. And then we'll switch sides. Straightening in the left leg, the right knee is bent inside the left thigh. Reach the arms high as you breathe in, rotate towards your bent knee, and then catching your left arm onto your right thigh. Inhale to lengthen in the spine, exhale to softly twist. Again, adjust at any point. Listen to the cues from your body. One more breath out, and then an inhale brings you back to center, dropping the right knee to the earth. Twist your torso to the right side, send the left hand to the left foot. Right arm sweeps overhead. Feel the right side body stretch. Exhale to deepen. And then inhale to come up tall. Again, hands support us behind, knees are bent, allow them to sway from right to left, resetting in the hips like windshield wipers. Coming to our seated butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana. Knees are bent, soles of feet come together. Approximately a foot or two away from the groin, find a stretch that feels safe for you, a release in the hips and in the inner thighs. Take a breath in, reach up. When you're ready, exhale, fold forward if your body offers the space. If you want to go even deeper, if you're craving a further stretch, you can weave the forearms underneath your shins and allow that leverage point to deepen you further forward. No matter where you go here, looking for a stretch in the hips, the inner thighs, maybe even a little bit in the lower back. asking gravity in our exhale breaths to allow a deeper fold. Close your eyes and soften. With your next inhale, begin to lift out of this posture. Transitioning first to a tabletop. Allow the hips to move, the body to sway. Your next inhale, reach the left leg long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, inhale, reach the left leg long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, inhale, reach the left leg long behind you. Option to bind here. Reach the right hand to the left foot. Feel the left quad stretch. Release, tabletop position. Inhale, right leg long behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach it long, and then optional bind, left hand to right leg. Stretching in the quad, maybe a little twist, and then gently release, tabletop position. Sending again, the left leg long, draw the right knee behind the right wrist. We're coming into our half pigeon pose. Find an angle for your shin that feels safe so that there's no twisting or discomfort in either knee or ankle. Make sure the hips are square. Left leg is straight, top of the foot pressing down. And then when you're ready, soften in the upper body. Allow your head to lower to the earth and your breath to again become strong and slow, the anchor of everything you are doing in this moment. Here in our pigeon expression, we are looking for a stretch on the right side, ideally in the hip, but there may be some secondary sensations. Wherever you feel the most tension, send your breath there. Like a massage from within, continue to focus on those spaces. And just one more breath. Inhaling, coming up to your hands, and then sending yourself back to a tabletop position. Stretching out the right side. What does it need here to rebound and prepare for the left? When you're ready, sending the left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg is long, straight behind you, top of the foot pressing into the earth, hips are square. Coming into pigeon pose on this side, lower your upper body when you are ready. Again, if at any point there's a discomfort in the knee or ankle, make adjustments that feel good for you. And never hesitate to come out of a pose altogether if you are uncertain of the safety for you. If you're here in pigeon pose, take deep breaths in and out. Again, massaging within, closing the eyes and softening. Just one more full breath in and out. And then an inhale will start to lift you out of this posture, coming to your tabletop again to reset, taking the movements you need on the left side. Maybe a cat, maybe a cow. And then we'll come into frog pose, a deep inner groin stretch. I like to turn my body 90 degrees on the mat and then start to spread the knees as far apart as feels comfortable, aligned with the hips. Your lower legs, your shins, they should be parallel to each other. I like to flex in the foot to protect the knee joint, and then when you're ready, lower down. But if this variation is feeling too intense for you today, frog on the back side is available too. I'm demonstrating that alternative now, the same setup with knees wide aligned with hips, but this time on the back side. Shins are parallel. And with every breath out, maybe you go a little bit deeper. This pose can be quite intense if it's your first time here. Be careful to support your groin, making sure you don't go beyond your edge. Your next inhale breath, start to wiggle your way out of this pose. Frogs on your backside, draw the knees into your chest. Forward facing frogs, slowly start to make your way onto the back. From the backside position, we'll all bring the soles of the feet down to the earth. Knees are bent. As you exhale, drop them down to the right side. Inhale, bring them up to center. Exhale, draw them down to the left. Again, like windshield wipers, resetting in the hips. Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, draw them down to the right. Inhale, up to the center. Exhale, down to the left. Meeting with knees in center, we'll dynamically move through a bridge pose, activating in your glutes, rooting in your heels. Shoulders come to the earth. Inhale, lift the hips off of the ground. Exhale, lower them down. Again, inhaling when you're ready, lift the hips high, one vertebra at a time. Exhale to soften them to the earth. Moving with your own breath pace, inhales lift you up. Exhales lower you down. Exhale to lower down completely. And then draw your knees into your chest. Massage out the lower back as you rock from right to left, hands interlaced. Coming into our waterfall posture. Reach the feet towards the ceiling. If you're near a wall, you can rest them upon the wall instead to make this even more effortless. Otherwise, doing your best to find a sense of ease in the legs as they lift and hover. Allowing things in the body to move in opposite directions, a nice way to calm. Visiting this calming sensation before we lower ourselves into Shavasana. With your next exhale breath, release the feet down to the earth, spread the legs wide, and then perhaps today you place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Eyes are shut, body is soft, and you get to feel the lift and lower as you breathe in and exhale. Keeping that breath intentional and strong, gently begin to aliven in the fingers and toes once again, and start to transition your way up to a comfortable seated posture. Allow the spine to be long, your shoulders to again melt softly down the back. Take a big breath in through the nose, open the mouth, sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose, open the mouth, sigh it out. And then take a great big breath in, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, bring them to heart center and bow. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you for being a part of this practice today. Hoping to see you again soon.